Greetings, students. This is Professor Dominic, and today I'm going to talk to you about how to write using the APA style. In different disciplines, there's different preferred style guides that professors will want you to use. There's the MLA guide, which is most commonly used for business and other disciplines, and there's also APA, which is preferred by art education, psychology, and education. And that is the style that I would like you to write in. And it may seem like kind of a pain in the butt, but it actually is a really good way for me to know that you have formatted your paper well, that you care about the work that you have done, and that you have not plagiarized, which, as you can see from the definition at the top, it should go without saying, but plagiarism is defined as a piece of writing that has been copied from someone else and is presented as being your own work. The act of plagiarizing, taking someone's words or ideas as if they were your own. And if you really need me to spell it out for you, one of the things that people often do is they will copy and paste text directly from the internet into their paper, and this is a very bad thing to do indeed. So I hope that you will not be doing that, and this is one way to show me that you are citing your sources and you are using your own original words and coming up with your own original ideas. So some of the things that you would typically find in APA style are a title page. Your pages should be numbered and have page headers. Your margins should be all equal. I'll talk about that. You'll indent before each paragraph. Also, you're going to double space. So let me skip down and talk a little bit about the cover page. On your cover page, you should have even if you're submitting it to a Dropbox, I still want to see a cover page. I still want to see that you can do this. Part of doing this is showing me that you're following my directions. So please do this if you don't want to lose points. So your cover page should be centered, and within that you should have the title of your paper, your name, the class you're writing the paper for. So in this case, that's Arts of West Africa, my name, Professor Dominic, and the date. And I even have a little diagram here for you all of what it should look like. So for your header, you can either use your last name or a shorter title of your paper. You're going to center it, and then you should also have your page number there. And I also have this document under course documents in the content section, so you can look at that. And that will, if you're not sure how to do page numbers and headers, actually that's very easy. You would click on the insert button, and where it says page numbers, you would click on that, and there you can type in your information. And your margins need to be at least 1 inch from the top, bottom, and sides of every page. This will make it look nice and neat. Will also make it look to me as though you're not trying to do as least much typing as possible. You're going to double space all text throughout the manuscript, including your title page and your reference page. You're going to use your tab key to indent the first lines of paragraphs and all lines of block quotations. I want you to use a serif typeface of 12 points like Times New Roman. What does serif mean? It means these little I don't know, jiggers hanging off the ends of the letters, little things, Johns hanging off the end of each letter, kind of leading into the next letter. And you will also, with this, use citations. So you're going to use a citation every time you use a piece of information from any of your references. And then any reference that you cite needs to go on your reference page. So for a direct quotation, if it's less than 40 words, you're going to place it in your regular text within quotation marks, and then after that, you're going to put in parentheses the author's last name, the year of the publication, and the page number. If you're using an internet resource, you want to put paragraph number, so count down the number of paragraphs that you're using. And then if you're citing from, oh yeah, there's the website and some information about that. Again, you can download and print out this document in the content section under course documents. Now, if you have a quotation of 40 words or more, you're going to put it in block form, which means you're going to indent the entire quotation up to like 7 spaces and use single space spacing and not to put quotation marks around it, and then you would do your parentheses with the author's name and the year and the page number or paragraph number after that. And then for your reference page, you have to list all references that you use, make sure it's on its own page, and every entry has to include an author, a year of publication, a title, and publishing data. So I have that information here for books. You can see what it looks like. There's also a sample for periodicals and also for websites. So here's the issue with websites. I know sometimes they're not going to list an author, they're not going to list a date necessarily. So if you have that issue, well, you're going to type it out. If you do have the author and the date, again, you would do just like you would for a regular thing, the title of the article in italics, and then you're going to type out the word retrieved and then the month, date, and year that you retrieved it from and the entire web address. And if you can't find an author or a date, you would type NA, ND, title of article, and then everything as before. Don't use the main website page alone, like wikipedia.com or google.com. That does not count as a reference. You have to list the actual reference you got the information from. So I'm going to show you an example from a previous student of a good example of something that was done in APA style. So this was from last semester, and she's used her name as her header, as you can see, and she's put page numbers. And then here you can see in parentheses on page 2 at the bottom of the first paragraph, she's listed the author and the year. Actually, it looks like she's gotten that one wrong. It looks like she's listed the years of the author's life. I just want the year of the book was published and then the page number that you got it from. So you can see that. And then here are her references on their own page. And here you can see she's got, here she's put the title of the website rather than the author's name, which is fine. I just want to know that I can look it up if I want to. And that's the idea for any paper. The professor wants to know that if they want to go to that website, they can find that information. So you can see how she did that. It's a very excellent example of an APA style paper. So that in a nutshell is how you do it. If you have any questions for me, please let me know. I also have how to do references for television series, films, music recordings, and so on. So hopefully this is helpful. And again, if you have any questions, as always, please text me or email me.